Hey friends, this is Wendy Cannin with Cannin Plannin, and today I want to talk about something that I hear a lot about with direct sellers, and that is building a follow-up system. Follow up is something that we should definitely be doing with our customers on a regular basis so that we can show up where our customers are and so that we can help them answer any questions that they might have about the products that we have. And especially if we have consumable products, making sure that we are available for our customers when they need a refill. So I want to spend some time today using the Teacher Gradebook, which happens to be one of my favorite inserts, and talk about how you can set this up and put it into your own follow-up system. So many times when you are using a follow-up system that is an electronic, one, it has a lot of different steps involved in it, and you may not need all of that right away. And two, it can be somewhat expensive depending on what programming you're using. So I highly recommend to start with paper. I have been using paper and this particular system that I'm going to share with you guys today for about 4.5 years now, and I love it. Now, have I added different electronic elements? Yes. Have I added to the systems because I needed to be able to automate some of that? Absolutely. Do I still use this every single day to make sure that I'm giving my customers the best possible customer service that they need? Yes, to answer that question as well. So let's take a look at the gradebook insert and how you can set it up for follow-up success. All right, you guys, give me just a second here. I'm going to adjust so that you can hear me and I can show you all the things. So this is the new grade, not the new, it's a new insert, the gradebook insert. And what I love the most about the gradebook insert is that it is like having your very own spreadsheet right there. And because it's blank on the inside, you can really customize it to fit exactly what you need for your customers and for your follow-up system. So I want to spend a little bit of time today talking about how you can set this up so that it will work to your benefit. And because this is brand new and my old one is about to need to be replaced because I've gone through it, I'm going to go ahead and set this up with you. One thing that I do with my gradebook is I mirror the images. So everything that I do on this side, I will also do on this side. I will do some customization as well, and that will be able to help me to be able to utilize it to the best way that I possibly can. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this because what we're going to do is spend some time up here at the top really diving in. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit so that you guys can see what I'm writing. There we go. And I'm going to start by writing a couple of different things. Now, the most important thing that you're going to want to follow up if you are using this for customer orders, obviously, is the date of the order. So I'm just going to write date of order. This is an easy way for you to be able to know when your customer placed that particular order. The next thing that I do for mine is email. Now, if you do a follow-up, and for me, the email is, I'm going to go ahead and add them to my email system, give them a tag. They're either a new customer or they're a returning customer. And it's going to start off with that automation that I'm doing. If you are not at this position yet, maybe it's a text message saying, thank you for your order. Maybe it's a Facebook Messenger message saying, thank you for your order. I thank you for supporting so-and-so's party, or thank you for being part of my vendor event. However you want to say your digital thank you, you're going to put this here. You can also opt to do a physical thank you. So if you send out physical happy mail, you can add that as one of the options as well. So I would do date of order, your digital thank you, so email, text, or message. And then maybe a physical thank you if that's something that you want to add to your follow-up system. The next thing that I like to add here is shipped. This gives me the ability to track when my customer's order ships. And then I can know, about how long before I'm going to need to check in with them to make sure that they got everything. So I also like to track when their item is received. How long did it take for them to get their order? Okay, from date of order, shipped to received. Maybe I get a message telling me that their order has been received, and then I go to check in with the customer and they go, oh, I didn't get it. I can go back and look, okay, well, this says received on such and such a date. I can go check the tracking and it can give me all of the information. Okay. This is why it's super important to show up for your customers. Maybe they have two different places and they prefer to have their mail delivered at their back door, and this was put on their front door on a table or something. Okay. So it's always good to be able to track these two things so that you know when your customers are getting their packages. The next thing I like to do is a 3-week follow-up. So for Tula 12, ours is 3-week because of our shipping, but you might be a 2-week follow-up and you might be following the 222 system, which is 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Us, it happens to be 3 weeks. So I try to do 2 days, 3 weeks, and then the next one I do is a 2-month follow-up. And the 2-month follow-up is great for making sure that those consumable products that they might be using are being replaced in a timely manner. Okay. It's also good to check in with your customers to make sure that they have received things that will help them to be able to, you've answered any questions that they might have about product or whatnot. Now, in the past, and this is where I'm going to do a little bit different, but I'm going to show you my old compared to my new. So this here on this side is all products that Tula 12 has that might need a little bit more information, such as how do you add the jump bands? Okay. How do you take care of your journal? What kind of things can you do with a deco kit? How do you refill a pen gem? How do you add a vinyl letter on your cover? Okay. These are all things that my customers might need more information about. Okay. And you can see down here, I've done all these little check marks. Because I'm using an automated system, I no longer need that particular part of my follow-up, but you can definitely do that yourself. However, what I do want to add on here is I need to know if it's a hostess order, okay? Because when I'm doing my follow-up at a later date, I can ask them about how their friends did at their party. How are they doing? And see if they've gotten any response from her customers or from her friends about Tula 12 product that they might not be able to feel comfortable sharing with me. So I want to make sure that I touch base with her. The next thing that I'm going to do is, and this is something I'm getting ready to add, I already do refill club orders, but I want to add a specific follow-up in here. So I'm going to go ahead and add that it's a refill club so that I can go back and touch base with them. Okay. These are all things that I really want to be able to help with my customer because I want to make sure that they're getting the biggest bang for their buck. Now, what can I do? And I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera view here. Just a second. I'm going to raise it up because I'm going to do some alterations on it. And I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. One thing that I like to do, because I'm going to write this stuff again at the back. So I'm going to go ahead and turn to my back page. Okay. And on my back page, I wanted to make sure I was on my back page there. I'm going to write the same things, okay? So I'm going to write date of order. I'm going to write email. I'm going to write shipped, received, and 3-week follow-up, and 2-month follow-up. And then the last 2 columns I added were hostess order and refill club. Now, because I'm only going to write it on here and here, that gives me the ability to grab a pair of scissors, you guys. And yes, some people think this is sacrilegious, but it really isn't. And I'm going to cut along this line right here. And I'm not going to do it for you guys all the pages, but you're going to see here why in just a second. So I'm going to cut along this line. And when I do this, I'll leave this. Okay. And let's pretend that I cut them all. I cut them all out all the way to the back. But when I get ready to turn the page, I don't have to rewrite this stuff because it's going to be the same stuff that I want to track every single week. Okay. So I've given myself the opportunity to save myself some time and putting this together. Okay. And then I would go through and I would take all of those out all the way to the back so that this side I would be able to see from here, right? From this back page. Okay. And then you're going to write your customers down here. And then these boxes, you're just going to start writing the dates. The spots that are blank here that I'm not filling in are perfect for writing notes. Let's say that you have a special giveaway that you're doing and you want to remember to send out a particular, maybe you're doing a giveaway. And so you want to remember which ones you're getting a freebie from you or getting a little special thing in their Happy Mail. Okay. This gives you opportunity to be able to write notes. Maybe you have a customer that's looking for something specific. You can write a note in here and you can follow up with them at a later date, however you choose to do it. But what I will tell you is that when you take the time to put your customers first by using something as simple as a piece of paper with some dates on it, it's going to help your customers, one, recognize that you really are there to take care of them. And two, it's going to help you be more consistent with your business so that you can do the follow-ups and you can continue to reach your customers where they need, when and where they need to be reached. If you have found this information helpful and you want to grab your own gradebook, go ahead and check in the comments of this video. The link for the gradebook insert is there. And I would be happy to help you get it all set up. Just send me a quick email, let me know the things, and I can get together with you and we can set up the things that you need in your follow-up system. Hope you guys all have a fantastic day. Thanks for joining me. Bye, friends.